Good afternoon, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Will DuPree here in the KXAN live studio. So we know that the news can be a little dark, a little heavy at times here recently, so we're taking a bit of a departure today and talking about something that's really cool that we've done for the past few months here at KXAN and across Nexstar, all of our stations within the company. We've been highlighting certain places here locally that are really cool local attractions and maybe some hidden gems to get people out. During this pandemic, you may be wondering where your family can go to have some fun and maybe enjoy some time together and maybe enjoy history of our state. Well, we've been doing that for the past few months, highlighting these different stories. And one of the people who has been highlighting some of these places is our photojournalist, Ben Friberg. Ben, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate it. You're our first-time guest here on KXAN Live.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, first of all, talk to us about Destination Texas, what exactly it is. We just kind of mentioned there, highlighting some of the local attractions here in this area.
Destination Texas is really, I go to different spots throughout our viewing area that are family friendly, relatively, affordable, and just a place that during these times with COVID and everything going on right now, that you can do safe social distancing. So it's just a great spots that you may not have known about or forgotten about, where you can take your kids and have a good, safe time.
Yeah, I love that idea. And so much travel has been affected because of the pandemic, and people are maybe thinking, how can I get away and do something fun with everybody? And these places really are close, so you can check them out. One place we do want to highlight is the Painted Churches in Fayette County. Tell us about this.
Well, these are this one's St. Mary's, and there's 4 or 5 of them, all in Fayette County, and basically the Czech immigrants from the mid-1800s to the early 1900s, they built these not carbon copy, but very similar to copies to the ones in Europe, where they came from. They're trying to basically recreate the beautiful cathedrals that they were used to in Czechoslovakia and Germany and Austria, where they were all from. And so they more or less reproduced them there in Fayette County, just on a smaller scale. But they took it's really interesting. On some of those, it's everything is hand painted, and then some of them are hand painted with turkey feathers, so that it gets kind of a light dusting over them to where it emulates marble. So they're wooden pillars holding it all up, and you'll see some of it in the video here. Those pillars there, those look like marble from a distance, even when you get close up. But the tour guide loves to knock on them and show that they're hollow and they're wooden. So they faked marble pillars, because you can't get marble in Texas really
And they've done a great job with that.
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of these places, that's the amazing thing, is you feel like you're in Europe, going through a smaller scale version of some of the mighty cathedrals there, and just the attention to detail is amazing.
Yeah, well, we've kind of previewed what this story is about and shown you a little bit of the video, but we want to play one of Ben's stories about the Painted Churches in Fayette County. We'll come back afterwards and keep our conversation going. Enjoy this one.
We are just entering the Nativity of the Blessed Virgin Mary Church in Schulenburg, Texas. This church was built in 1910. It is simply gorgeous. It's in pristine condition. The windows came from Munich, Germany. They have all different designs in them, crosses, hearts. The people that came here were looking for a new life. They came from Austria, from Germany. Now the ceiling, there is tongue and groove wood beneath it, and all of the designs that they painted have 24-karat gold in them. Now, the columns in this church appear to be marble, but they're not. They're wood. They were painted with turkey feathers. We see an ambo. The ambo is where the priests would speak from, and they have their canopies above that throw their voice, because all of that happened before we had electricity and speakers. We have a beautiful organ that is upstairs, and it is a 1909 organ, and the music is beautiful. I love to stand by the doorway and hear them gasp. It brings me so much peace to bring people here that can see how wonderful it is to live in God's country.
And there you have it, the painted churches in Fayette County. So, Ben, you were saying that there are multiple of these in that area for anybody who hasn't gone there yet.
Right. You go down to Schulenburg and talk with the Schulenburg Chamber of Commerce or get on their website, and they are basically arrange the tours. And so you can go to, there's 4 or 5 of them in different small communities out there, and you just spend the day going to different ones and then taking the tours with the different tour guides. That one that I was at, St. Mary's, is kind of considered the queen of the painted churches because it's the most intricate and kind of, I guess, the most magnificent, even though that's pretty subjective, but
yeah.
That's the one that's why I chose that one.
It is so beautiful. I mean, the amount of detail, like you were saying, it looks like somewhere in Europe at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How did you hear about these? Were these things that you had checked out as a kid or growing up?
Some of the stuff, I mean, painted churches I actually went to last year on a field trip with my parents, so I had already been to that one specifically and some of the other ones too and taken pictures. Some of the other destination Texas, like the Museum for the Pacific War, Inner Space Cavern, and some of the other ones I had been to growing up because I grew up in the area, so I was familiar with some of the tourist spots out in the area too, so I kind of thought about some of my favorite ones.
Yeah, and that one is so beautiful. You did mention another story that you did about the Museum for the Pacific War. This was in Fredericksburg. Tell us about this one.
The Museum for the Pacific War, it's the Admiral Nimitz Museum, and because Admiral Nimitz, who was the main admiral of the Pacific, American Pacific Forces there, he's from Fredericksburg. So I know it seems kind of random to have the Museum for the Pacific War way out in the middle of the hill country, completely landlocked, but that's why it's out there, is because of the tie to Chester Nimitz.
Wow.
And so, I mean, it's an amazing museum with, like, you got the submarine there, just that's a door from Pearl Harbor. The hole was cut in there so that when they were checking for survivors to see if there were any survivors. That was from the USS Arizona, and so that's a bomber plane from the Doolittle raid. I mean, they've got a lot of artifacts from some of these major battles and things like that from the Pacific War that everyone's heard about in history class or seen in movies. They have the real deal there, so it's really moving experience to go to see all the tales of heroism and see the pictures and see the firsthand artifacts from the people who lived it. And so it's a really it's one of those places where you walk around and you just don't talk a lot.
Yeah, you just take it all in.
You're just taking it all in. It's emotional. It's fascinating. It's just a real humbling experience to kind of see what your grandparents' generation did in order to help save the world.
Yeah, important to realize all of that, and it's all right here in Central Texas, which is incredible.
Exactly.
Another location that we had talked about, and you did a story about, was the Inner Space Caverns up in Georgetown. If you're passing by on I-35, there are billboards just lining, for hundreds of miles away, telling people to come to that location. But I mean, literally, it's right up the road from Austin.
Right. I mean, it's just north of there. It's just right a little bit south of Georgetown city limits.
Yeah, and it's so gorgeous. So this is some video that you got there, and you just go right into the caverns.
Right. It's a really neat cave. Beautiful formations there. It's the neat thing is they discovered it when they were building I-35. So it's not like it was one of these like other caves where there's a long history of people using it through thousands of years and that sort of thing. It was pretty much, they found fossils down there like this mammoth tusk.
Oh yeah.
And these were painted by employees to kind of show what type of fossils were found there, but no people, as far as I know, were down there through the ages because it was recently discovered with I-30. They were drilling down into the ground to help build the highway, and lo and behold, they hit a cavern.
And now it's become a tourist attraction.
Yeah, exactly.
It is so gorgeous.
And it's a beautiful place.
Yeah, thank goodness it's been kept like this and people can actually go and enjoy it. One thing that we do want to point out is that a lot of these attractions have taken into consideration COVID-19 and keeping people safe. What are some of the precautions you've seen as you've detailed these stories?
Well, each place has a little bit different, setup, but most of them it's much smaller groups. They're taking in much smaller groups, so it's easier to spread out. You do have to wear a mask. A lot of times, like with the Museum for the Pacific War, when I shot there, it was very limited amount of people. You had to reserve a spot well ahead of time, that sort of thing. I don't know if that's still the case because the COVID regulations has kind of fluctuated throughout the summer, but all of these places have their guidelines set in place so that you can socially distance safely and have a good time still at the same time.
That is for sure. And we love to see that they're taking those things seriously and also staying open because the business really is critical at this point due to the pandemic. Another location that you all had gone to and showed off, and one that you really enjoyed, was a peach orchard. Is that right? Yeah.
Exactly.
Tell us about that one.
This is a really neat place out there. It's pretty close to Fredericksburg, Yinsky's Orchards. I love doing stories like this because you get the cute little kids and interaction with the parents. The little redhead there, she's acting like she's a gourmet on the Food Network. She watches a lot of them, her mom said, so she was emulating what she'd act like she was on her own cooking show, smelling them and looking at the color. But it's just really the interaction and cutting the natural sound between the more normal interviews like that, and then the characters like this little girl and her sister, and it really kind of adds movement and brings it to life. So I really enjoy doing stories like that. It's a little slice of life. It gives you kind of a real condensed capsule of what the experience would be like.
For sure, and we don't often get the chance to interact with the food that we eat.
That's
and
right.
This place is where you can go and do that.
Right. This was earlier in the summer, so that's when peach season was still going on.
Yeah.
The neat thing about this place is that they do a lot of agritourism. So as fall approaches, they have different types of vegetables, pumpkins and corn mazes and things like that. So they're still, even though it's not peach season anymore, they're still going to be open, and they're still going to have things for you and your family to go and do. So don't cross them off your list just because it's not peach season anymore.
But it's still beautiful out there.
Right. It's gorgeous. You can do it on a day trip towards Fredericksburg to do stuff out there. And, when it was peach season, there's nothing better, in my opinion, than picking a tree-ripe peach off, because when you buy peaches in the store or even sometimes at orchards, they have to pick them early enough to where they're still a little tart, they're still not quite ripe because they have to gradually ripen, or else they'll just turn to mush by the time people buy them. You can pick them yourself right off the tree, then they're at that perfect peak of ripeness that's just, you can't beat them. Tree ripened peach.
That is so true. We've highlighted a number of places at this point, and you have another story airing this evening. What will that one focus on?
This one's focusing on the Science Mill in Johnson City. The Science Mill is an old mill that was one of the first buildings in Johnson City. In fact, I'm pretty sure a young LBJ worked there as a kid. And over the years, it was a mill for a long time, and then in the last 10 years or so, it's been refurbished and changed into a science exhibit, interactive science exhibit. So it's a place for kids and young people and adults too. I had fun looking at all the different exhibits and kind of playing around with some of them.
Yeah.
But they've got a greenhouse like you see there. They've got outdoor activities. They've got inside activities. They've got little like a mini reptile house type of thing, amphibians, and they've got turtles. They've got poison dart frogs from South America. I mean,
all kinds of fun stuff.
Yeah, they've got all kinds of really neat critters for the kids to take a look at.
And this is what it looks like on the outside.
Yes, so you can see that it still looks like an old mill. And so they were very careful to keep a lot of that, the integrity of the original building, but then modernize it, a bit. And it's really neat once you go inside to see how they've interwoven the science exhibits with the old mill. I mean, they've got the original wooden floor from the early 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really neat place, and the science activities are interactive, so you're learning while you're interacting with all these different setups that they have. So it's really cool. It's very educational, very fun, and it's a really perfect place for the kids.
Again, that airs this evening on KXAN. For those of you who may not know, Ben Friberg is one of our very talented photojournalists here at KXAN, and you primarily work with the investigative team, the very talented investigative team here. A lot of your stories are very in-depth. Some of them look into, allegations of corruption or things like that. This is a very big departure from those particular stories. So what's that like for you to kind of explore that and get to show these kinds of stories off?
It's refreshing. I mean, it's something fun to do. You get to see, I guess, the brighter side of life and people having fun and being good people,
Always a good reminder.
Instead of doing, kind of the more serious stories. And so, but it's fun for me because when I started out as a photographer, we did what we call NATS pieces, which are natural sound, where because we're photographers, we usually don't do our own track. And so our NATS pieces are a mix match of natural sound and then interviews with different people all kind of cut together, where the interviews tell the story instead of a reporter. And so these are kind of along those lines, so it was nice to go out and do those again while having a fun time seeing some beautiful sights and doing just kind of a good feel-good story type of thing.
Always a good escape for that.
Yeah, it's a good change of pace.
Yeah, if you're just joining us once again, we are talking about Destination Texas, which is a series of stories that we've done over the past few months to highlight some of the local attractions that you and your family might check out right now during the pandemic. They're not far away, and they're also affordable. That was a big point in kind of picking what you wanted to choose to feature in some of the stories, right, Ben?
Right, exactly. Yeah. We were looking for something that the families could go and do, keep their kids safe with the social distancing. I mean, even the science mill, even though a lot of it's hands-on, they have lots of safety precautions, lots of, the disposable gloves, hand sanitizer. They even take a break in the middle of the day where they shut down briefly and then scrub everything down for an hour or two before bringing in the next amount of people. So it's people out there are really doing a good job of trying to keep people safe and healthy.
Yeah, and we noticed in one of the videos, particularly from the Museum of the Pacific War, the guide that you were talking to had a mask on the entire time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, all of them are wearing masks. They also are very careful about keeping the size. So that's something to bear in mind when you're looking to go to some of these things. Get on their website and make sure that, a lot of them you have to make reservations ahead of time because they have to control the amount of people. So you can't just, a lot of them you can't just show up and just say, hey, I want to be in the tour sort of thing. You have to, so they know exactly how many heads are going to be there. In order to make it a safe amount of people, you have to kind of call ahead of time. So that's a little bit different than what a lot of folks are used to, especially in the summer or into summer.
Yeah, where you could just show up and have fun. It's a little bit different right now, so you can
have
still
to plan
have
the fun. You can still have fun, but you have to plan the fun.
I think that's something that we should all take away in general, not just in this moment, but it's a good reminder.
Right.
Once again, everybody, I'm Will DuPree here in the KXAN live studio. Our very talented photojournalist, Ben Friberg, is joining me to talk about Destination Texas. And if you are interested in some of these stories, we have a full section over on our website, and I want to show that to you right now. On our website right here, KXAN.com, you can see our live stream is playing there at the top. Under the news section, in the drop-down menu there, at the very bottom is Destination Texas. If you go to that page on our homepage, you can see all the different stories, many different stories from other reporters all throughout the state, really, turning stories for this. Again, there's the one that Ben was just talking about, the old grain mill that's become a science center for kids and other families, and then you can see there's the Interspace Caverns and many other things right there. If you're looking for maybe kind of a checklist of things that you can maybe go to here locally, this is a good resource right here. Ben, I want to thank you once again for joining me to talk. We appreciate it. Yeah.
My pleasure.
And I hope everyone who is watching our live stream maybe has some ideas to check out here locally during the pandemic. It'd be fun. And if you're wondering too, we have a special that highlights some of these different stories that we've done here recently. That airs on Saturday on the CW here in Austin at 9:30. That follows the KXAN News at 9 o'clock newscast. So then you can just stay right on and watch this special, again, about Destination Texas. Thanks again, everybody, for joining us. Please stay safe and healthy out there. And if at all possible, still at home, be responsible. We'll see you back here another time.